Good day. Hey, Gabriel here with the Icon Capture GPS Intelligence Brief for August 27th, 2026. All right, commercial research analysts and business development leads, we need to talk because this is one of those boards where if you only look at the opportunity count, you are going to misread the market. Here's what I want to do with you today. I want to walk through the new opportunity flow, the legislative and executive movement, the regulatory and court signals, and then bottom line what this means if you're actually managing a portfolio right now and trying to decide where to lean in, where to stay patient, and where you may be kidding yourself. Before we start, this is the last brief before this terrain window narrows. 2 seats left in the GPS terrain movement review. Terrain update, 0 new opportunities, who moved and who didn't. That signal is what opened this session, and it will not repeat the same way tomorrow. The question is no longer what you could chase. It is what is still reachable before this window closes, and what needs to start now for the 12 to 18-month board. Code GPS26W4 at the-govcon.ai. Capture. Now, let's read the board. So let's get right to the facts. Over the last 168 hours, GPS surfaced 0 new opportunities posted on SAM.gov, 0 federal hiring signals across 0 agencies. And all of that is happening while market BCL is 0%, with 0 agencies stalled under the continuing resolution. Opportunity flow has held steady at 0 this past week, which at first glance might suggest a stagnation. But if you read this market, it's clear that this stability is more about strategic patience than inactivity. The absence of top opportunities, coupled with a BCL percentage that hasn't budged, paints a picture of a market in a holding pattern, waiting for the right moment to pivot. The capture ticker shows no major shifts, which confirms that we're in a period of recalibration rather than retreat. Analyzing the board, it's evident that accessibility remains a key hurdle. While the raw volume of opportunities is absent, managers who read this tape know that the real insight lies in understanding the constraints. This isn't just a dry spell, it's a signal that the market is filtering through noise, possibly setting the stage for a more focused, high-impact flow in the near future. The capture terminal reveals a quiet yet critical phase where stakeholders are likely reassessing strategies and aligning resources for the upcoming fiscal cycle. For commercial research analysts and business development leads, this translates into a unique window. It's a time to assess internal capabilities and readiness rather than chase fleeting leads. The lack of new legislative or executive signals indicates that broader systemic factors are at play, challenging the market to rethink its approach to accessibility and engagement. This is the moment to refine data models and prepare for when the floodgates open again. Shifting focus to the secondary signals, the terrain holes and the absence of hiring activity provide an interesting narrative. Terrain holes typically indicate where market intelligence is lacking or underreported, which savvy analysts can exploit to gain a competitive advantage. When coupled with 0 new hiring, it suggests a cautious approach, possibly due to anticipated policy changes or budget realignments. This might be the calm before a strategic storm, where new directives could redefine the competitive landscape. Court opinions and lobbying clusters are equally telling. Their absence might suggest that the current regulatory environment is stable, yet this could also mean that key players are waiting to see which way the wind blows before committing resources to influence or litigation. For business development leads, this stability provides a rare opportunity to evaluate risk exposure and potential new alliances without the distraction of active lobbying or court battles. Market mispricing could be lurking in these quiet corridors. With no visible legislative or executive shifts, the smart portfolio moves might involve investing in areas traditionally deemed low impact but poised for future relevance. Terrain holes could be the hidden gems, waiting for those with the foresight to capitalize on them before they become common knowledge. In essence, while the primary signals suggest a market in waiting, these secondary signals whisper of underlying currents that could shift the tide sooner than expected. Those ready to navigate these waters with precision stand to gain when the market finally realigns. The commercial geospatial market is characterized by rapid technological advancements and increasing integration with federal demand signals, creating a complex landscape of opportunities and challenges. As industry leaders, we must ask ourselves, how are we aligning our capabilities with emerging federal requirements? Are we effectively identifying and leveraging commercial adjacencies to expand our reach? Are we prepared to adapt to shifts in system theories and their practical applications? Our conviction is unwavering. A strategic and agile approach, informed by thorough monthly syntheses, will position us to capitalize on both stable and emerging opportunities in this dynamic market. Last thing before I sign off, and I want to be direct. 2 seats left in the GPS terrain movement review. When this window closes, the terrain that justified it moves on. Tomorrow's signal will be different. The next session will read a different board. If the brief we just walked through gave you a reason to act, now is the time. Code GPS 26W4. communities.theicon.ai/capture the-govcon-elite. Orgs or million records, 4 verticals ready, provenance traced from build to award. Like and subscribe if you're managing a federal grant, research, GovCon, or commercial portfolio. I drop a new GPS brief every weekday. All links, terminal preview, Shipley sessions, live cohort calendar, and the full brief are at communities.theicon.ai/capture/the-govcon-elite. Register free and it's all there. This is Gabriel. I'll see you tomorrow. It looks like you've been inactive for a moment. Please